friends, how's it going? It's Shani Zade here, and welcome to the long-awaited video of the pregnancy cheats for The Sims 4. And I don't really have good news for console players. I rarely ever have good news for console players, except for the time they decided to finally fix our skin tone. But unfortunately, these cheats are locked behind a barrier, which can only be unlocked through the use of a mod. And obviously, since console doesn't have access to mods or custom content, these cheats don't work on console. I decided to get that quick and over and done with within the first 30 seconds, so you can carry on with your day. As a fellow console player, I understand. Yes, hello, this is Shani from the future that's busy editing this pregnancy cheats video. I completely forgot the most important part. Well, not necessarily the most important part, but there's also a way to influence the genders of your children. So if you want a baby girl, you need to listen to pop music and you need to eat strawberries. And if you want a baby boy, you need to listen to alternative music and have your sim eat carrots. If you play on 3x speed with minimal interruptions from pop-ups, phone calls, visitors, etc., etc., from first trimester, having found out that you're pregnant, all the way through to has gone into labor, is roughly 18 minutes in real time, give or take, having to answer phone calls, ignore phone calls, having visitors come over, going to and from work, etc., etc. 3x speed, not the super speed that you have when everyone's asleep, but 3x speed at pregnancy usually lasts around 18 minutes. So as I mentioned, you are going to require a mod for this, and if you need to know how to download and install mods, check out the video up in the cards right now. But basically, you're going to need the All Cheats mod from Twisted Mexi. It is the All Cheats cheat fix mod, which is very simple, very straightforward. You can download it from Twisted Mexi's Patreon. I will be leaving a link to this into the description. But basically, what ended up happening is the Sims team decided to take a whole bunch of cheats and put them behind an additional wall that Testing Cheats True doesn't take away. Which is why this mod is necessary. But here's my mod in my mods folder. This is the typical file path. Of course, every person's PC will be different, but you're effectively looking for your Sims 4 folder on your PC and then your mods folder. And all you need to do is take the mod that you'll be downloading from Twisted Mexi's Patreon and just paste that here. You can tell I'm a console player. There are very few mods and custom content here. Also keep in mind that script mods need to be enabled within your game settings itself. But of course, more about mods on PC and how to install them and how to enable them over in the description or up in the cards for your reference. Now that you have that mod installed, there are a couple of cheats surrounding pregnancy that I'm going to be covering in this video. How to speed up labor, how to set which trimester you're in, and how to force the amount of babies you're going to have without using MCC. Once again, console humans, I'm sorry. If you're still watching the video, I appreciate the support, but unfortunately none of these are going to work for you. Something I do need to mention. So firstly, you are going to have to get a sim pregnant. There are no cheats to suddenly magically have sims magically become pregnant without actually doing the deeds, but you are going to have to woohoo to actually get one of your sims pregnant, and then you will have to do a pregnancy test to confirm your sim's pregnancy and allow that eating for 2 moodlet to pop up. None of the cheats will work until your eating for 2 moodlet has been activated, and of course that only activates either 24 hours after you've woohooed and you haven't done a pregnancy test, then suddenly you'll be like, hey, eating for 2! Or the alternative is to force that moodlet a little bit earlier, is to actually do a pregnancy test, which costs 15 simoleons, and you're gonna have to use a bathroom. So, cool. Now that your sim is pregnant, you can jump into immediate labor or set the different trimesters. It is important to remember to have your sim who currently is pregnant with the eating for 2 moodlet in the bottom left to be selected when putting in this cheat. So first of all, you're going to want to turn your cheats on, Control-Shift-C on mouse and keyboard, Testing Cheats True or Testing Cheats On. You will get a notification that cheats have been enabled on this save, and then you're going to type. Hold on, it's a long cheat, so I've got notes, okay? sims.add_buff space buff_pregnancy_, and then you can choose if you want to go trimester 2 with no space between the trimester and 2, or trimester 3 with no space between the trimester and 3, or if you want to skip through the aforementioned 18 minutes of 3x speed gameplay and skip straight through to in labor, you're going to go sims.add_buff space buff_pregnancy_in labor. For my non-Americans, this is going to be the American spelling of labor. Congratulations, your Sims just got into labor. Hopefully you get the child that you're hoping for. So that's all fine and dandy to be able to skip through an entire pregnancy, but that's still leaving the amount of children you're having up to chance and up to traits and onlay line and fertility reward traits and all of those things in between. There is also a cheat that allows you to set whether you want to have a single baby, twins, triplets, or go in above and beyond, because naturally in The Sims you can only have up until triplets. Quadruplets and anything more can only be achieved via cheats. And of course, if you're not playing with MCC Command Center, this is going to come in handy. So the cheat that you're going to need to put in first is you need to get the Sim who is pregnant, you need to get their Sim ID. This is before you've set them going into labor. This is while they're still in the first trimester as well, just for the record. Sims.get_sim_ID_by_name, and then you get their first and their last name. For example, with my cheat, I was playing with the Pancakes household, sims.get_sim_id_by_name, and then Eliza Pancakes. Now you're going to get a very long string of numbers that is going to come up in that cheat console. You cannot copy paste this number. You need to recopy that ID number for number and ensure that you don't get it wrong. It is also a very long number, so take your time with this. Don't try and rush it, and unfortunately, you cannot copy paste the number. So what you're going to do with that same Sim selected that you've just generated the ID for, keep that in your little boxy, and you're going to type in pregnancy.force_offspring_count space the ID number of the Sim, and then followed by space number of babies you want to have. So if you have 2 Sims in the household, you can go all the way up to having 6 children. If you only have the mother in the household, you can set that number all the way up to 7. But anyways, that is how you force twins, force triplets, force quintuplets, whatever the case is, up until 6 or 7 children, depending on your household limit. I haven't gone into test with a mod that increases the Sim cap in the household. But that is how you force your Sims to have twins or triplets in the Sims 4 by means of those cheats. I hope you found this super helpful. If you're still a console player watching this video, I'm very sorry, but these cheats are not going to work for you. And more importantly, on PC, if you don't have the All Cheats mod enabled, this will also not work for you. So you have to have that All Cheats mod from Twisted Mixie installed or downloaded into your mods folder for these cheats to work. But I hope you found this video useful. If you did, as always, make sure to give a like, subscribe if you're new around here. Remember that we're all human differently, and I'll see you guys again soon. Dag dag!